I'll make a follow-up video because I think this is literally what people need to hear. I'm only saying this because I think certain people in my group need to hear this. Okay? So if you're a coach or a tutor or whatever, you charge by the hour or you charge a block amount of sessions or whatever, okay, transformation or end of a result. What like how much time do you have every day to actually build your business? That's the first question. If you hired me and we did a coaching call, I'm giving you a free coaching session in this video very quickly. Like, how much time do you actually have every day? Realistically, how much time do you have every week? We need to come up with the maximum number of time that you actually have. I'm not telling you to sacrifice your sleep. You sleep 7, 8 hours a night, if you have another job or you have other obligations. Realistically, how much time do you have every day and every week? Okay. For me, I literally have 16 hours times 7. I have 102 hours a week. Sometimes I'm going to the gym. Other than that, I'm not even really running errands that much. I just get food delivered to me, groceries delivered to me. So I literally have like 14 to 16 hours a day. Okay. What are you going to do in that time? Maybe you only have 3 hours, or maybe you only have 4 hours, or whatever, Okay. So what are you doing now in that total amount of time? We can only start with time. I'm a Capricorn North Node. I'm a Taurus. I'm very good at understanding like physical reality and marketing. I have a genius IQ. I'm not going to flex on that, but dude, I'm pretty fucking smart. Okay. What are you going to do with that time? Like, well, I make posts on TikTok and I make IG posts and reels, and sometimes I make YouTube videos. Okay. So those are content funnels. And are people liking it? Are people commenting? And if they are you going to message them or not? Well, yes, sometimes, but no, I don't really message them. Well, dude, it's totally okay to message people who engage on your posts. You should, you just don't want to. Okay. If they're engaging on your posts and expressing interest in you, at that point, it's okay to message them. All right. If they're just commenting on your post like, I love this, or like, that's great, you can reply in the comment and say, awesome, then you have to have something that will entice them to talk to you. Well, I have this free thing that I'm doing. Well, I have this free mini course. It's so exciting. It's in my school community. Can I send you the link? You have to actually ask. You have to actually try to get business, dude. I have this free thing, or, oh, I'd love to help you, develop this thing. Can I send you? You ask them permission. Can I send you the link? Can I send you a message? They'll tell you yes or no. Okay. Other than that, you can only build relationships in threads. Like, it's so deviously simple that it literally just like passes through someone's mind. And it's like, even though what I'm saying makes sense and it's obvious, it still, for some reason, seems confusing to a lot of people. Even myself, it took me a really long time to understand marketing. It took me years. I'm not saying I'm a pro marketer, but I'm saying I've become very good at it. Like, I had flyer campaigns. I made a lot of money in my moving business from literally fucking flyers, and I'd give them to like stores. They would put them at their cash registers. They would send me business. I would immediately give them 10% in like gift cards or donuts. I would immediately reward them because they were my affiliates. I turned cashiers into affiliates for me. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, they were willing to do it because they like me and I had a good service, and I always hooked them up. And none of the other guys were willing to actually give back to them, and I was. So they put me at the top of the list, right? So, dude, you're building conversations in your comments and in your DMs. Like, that's literally all I have to say in this video. And then, but that's still not enough, right? Because you already know that, okay? Building conversations. I'm not joking you. At least 6 to 10 people in my school community have already talked to me and commented about growing their business. That doesn't mean that they want to hire me, but that does mean they saw that I am someone that can help them grow their business, and they talked to me about growing their business. Like, do you have something that they want? I have something that everybody wants because most people just don't have as much energy as me. They don't have as much focus as me, and they just don't have as much success and results in sales, entrepreneurship, and marketing. And I have. The only thing that I'm not good at that other people are better at me and charge 10 times more money, I'm not charging 10, 20K to run meta ads for you, okay? But that's what a guru would do. Like, I'm not a millionaire, but I do believe I could have become a millionaire had I scaled either of my other businesses. I slowed down and I got burnt out because I wanted to be a digital marketer and I wanted to make content. So, you know what I mean? You don't have to make excuses for why you're not, where you want to be. You just have to logically come up with what does it take for you to hit the next level of success, right? So you build conversations in the comment section. You can build conversations in the DMs on Facebook and IG and Snapchat if they're willing to talk to you from like a story reply. Sometimes you can generate a conversation in DMs, especially like on Instagram, it's more acceptable. But if you do it too much, they're going to flag you for spam. And I know someone who's already gotten their accounts shut down because they were reported for spam. And then you have to start all over again. And even if you make a new account, it may not allow you to make a new account because your IP address or whatever has been, tagged as a spam account. So you got to be really careful about even DMing people without their consent. I teach you to get consent if you ever send someone a message. I don't even message people unless they already started messaging me or they told me they wanted to do a collab call. Then I'll message you because now I need to coordinate the time for the call, right? I'm getting collab calls every single fucking day. Guys, why do you think I'm manifesting this? Because I'm putting more effort in than you are. Because I'm good at this. If you don't like that about me, or you don't like me, or you hate money, okay, cool, bro. I got 40 people in my group in less than honestly, in only about 3 weeks of actually building. You don't think you can do that again? You don't every single one of you guys could build a brand new group from scratch and get 100, 200 people in less than 60 days. It's not hard. It's not that hard, man. Well, I don't want to bother them. I don't want to offend them. Okay, you care more about your fear and it's arrogance. You care more about your, self-esteem than you care about your bank account and taking care of your family. You care more about being embarrassed and putting yourself out there than you care about yourself and your inner child and your family. Dude, get over it. Get over it. Are you open for business? Do you have a business? Dude, people that have businesses don't mind talking about businesses. I have no fucking problem if you tell me about your business. I will be annoyed if you spam me in the DMs, which happens with a lot of fucking fitness guys. They just immediately DM me, yo, if you want abs, let's get on a call. And I'm like, bro, you never even bothered building a relationship with me. I might hire a nutritionist, and I might hire a fitness coach. I probably will. Once I get to Vietnam and once I scale up my business, I probably will hire fucking fitness coaches. So chillax, okay? If you want me to hire you over the next fucking other 100 fitness coaches, then I'm going to pick the person that I feel like I like the most or has the best results or has an attractive price point or an attractive offer. It's a combination of all those things. But if you never even bothered having a conversation with me, then what makes you think that I'm going to pick you over? Dude, there's fucking thousands of, fitness coaches that can teach you similar things. It's just we pick the people that we know, we like, and we trust. So why would I like you and trust you? Because we built a relationship, because we started talking, because it seems like you care about me. I feel more, I've talked to you more. I've given you more time. Right? We're limited by our time and by the strength and quality of our relationships. If somebody likes you enough and you become so friendly, you may start dating or they become your best friend. Dude, they'll introduce you to their family. They'll introduce you to their friends. They'll promote for you. They'll become fans and affiliates for you. If you really love your buddy and he sells fucking wedding photography and you meet someone that needs a photographer, you're going to say, oh yeah, my buddy does that. Let me give you his number. You want to help people once there's been an establishment of love and trust, or friendship and trust. Okay. But friendship is a form of love, guys. So I don't want you guys to get in your head so much. You can build a connection from total stranger to friend in less than 7 days. You can become friendly. Many people in my school community, I haven't known them for much longer than 2 or 3 weeks. But I would say, 10 of them, 15 of them, we've already become friendly. Once you do a call with them, once you talk to them, once you see what they look like, see what they sound like, you stay in touch with them, they become friendly. All the people I've done calls with, I am friendly with, and you don't want to piss them off by harassing them. That's the number one thing that turns people away. You start harassing them and you try to extract money out of the relationship. They may not even be interested in hiring you, or they may not have the money. They just don't want to tell you, or they're just not sure if it's worth the investment yet. That you have to be very intelligent and tactful with the way that you follow up with people. Okay? You can just put them to the side and say, okay, now's probably not a good time. Let's just touch back in like 2 or 3 weeks, or maybe 2 or 3 months. Is that okay? Yes, it's fine. We don't mind people. We understand it's your job. We understand you got to make money. The only thing is if we feel like you care more about trying to get money from us, then you understand where we're at right now financially or emotionally or in our business or with our needs. So it's like, dude, I feel confident I can help every single person in my group grow their community and make more money. It's just not everybody's in the market for hiring a coach. Maybe they're just curious about me. They want to, get to know me more. Okay. Or, let's see if he gets a client, and then starts working with people, and then we'll have more confidence, and let's see if he can get them their client. Do you know what I mean? They're watching. I got my first client, her first client, in 60 days. She was just terrified of asking. I can probably get a testimonial from her. It would be a little bit awkward though, because she became my ex-girlfriend. We started dating and it didn't really end so great, but I did in fact get her very first fucking client. She had been trying for 2 years and she did not get a single client in 2 years. She already paid another lady like 6 or 7K, and that lady was not able to get her the client. Okay, because she needed confidence in asking for money and in even like pitching herself. And then she needed help. I gave her on-call support. I helped her close calls. Like I helped her understand when you close on a call, on a discovery call. She was booking a lot of networking calls, which are just friendly calls, which is not a bad thing to do because it's good to get in the habit of just booking calls, period. But what was hard for her was, when are they expressing interest in me to hire me versus we're just chit-chatting as girlfriends or as friends. That is a very soft skill. That is a very delicate communication and interpersonal relationship skill. It's not just about sales. It's not just about running numbers. You also need to understand, when are they serious? When are they not serious? Should I really try to close this lead, or am I going to start bothering them? These are very complex maneuvers. You only know how to do this through practice and repetition. Some people are natural born closers and they're just fucking good, and you don't even have to teach them that. They may not be interested in me then. They may want to just hire someone to help them blow up on TikTok. Once I have the budget, I'm going to be paying someone to help me blow up on TikTok, and I'm going to be paying someone to help me blow up on YouTube. And we're just going to mash on those two. Those are my two favorite social media platforms. Maybe I hire someone for X. Maybe I hire someone for Meta, IG and Facebook. I don't really like Meta that much, but maybe, you can make money doing Meta ads. Many people have made millions of dollars running ads on Meta. Okay. Ads make you more money once you get really good at them. That's how Alex Hormozi got super fucking loaded, because he was able to teach like gyms how to run ads successfully. And he was also able to teach gyms how to sell high ticket. That's how he became bougie rich. Okay, from a millionaire to 100 million, it was because he was able to duplicate and franchise a system of like basically an ads manager and like a done for you kind of system, right? You realize that all the gurus that are worth like 9-10 figures, Tony Robbins, Gary Vee, Dean Graziosi, all these guys, like they just basically became very, very good at organic, and then into ads, and then into bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger followings, which converts into a marketing list. Email list still works. I hate emails, but it still does work. Or text message campaign. Text blasts were like one of the best ways for me to make money with my moving business. I just did a text blast every 3 months to stay top of mind. 3 months was enough to not bother them, and it reminded them to go to me first, and it was very successful. Text message campaigns can be very successful. Just depends on the business and like who they are. I personally hate it when marketers text me. I personally don't even really like emails. So, I'm more interested in influencer marketing and attraction marketing. All right, anyways, this is a follow-up video. I hope it's helpful, guys. It's not that complicated, man. You just need to make sure you're being focused every day. So if we were to do a coaching call, I would literally say, how much time do you have every day to put towards your business? You know, what are your 30-day goals? What are you currently doing? You know, how many leads are you getting from that? You know, it's okay if the number is zero. It's zero for like 90% of people. They're not getting any leads. Okay. How many leads are you getting every day? Like me doing a collab call is not exactly a lead, but if we're talking on the collab call and they're obviously like wants to know more about how I grew my businesses, it's becoming more of a lead. You know, it's a very soft skill. It's still a friend. I don't want them to feel like I'm putting them into my system and then now just bothering and harassing the fuck out of them in emails and in DMs and in text messages. I hate when people do that to me. That's why I don't do that to people, right? Okay, we do the collab call, we do the mastermind call. All right, well, you know, I think I could help you professionally. You know, let's touch back in about 7 to 14 days, and then we'll see, you know, if what we talked about on this call is getting results or not. And the only result is how many leads did you get in 7 days? That's all that fucking matters, you guys. How many leads did you get in the last 7 days? How many people joined your group in the last 7 days? That's the only thing that actually matters for your business, okay? Yes, we're making content. Yes, we're getting followers. Yes, we're building the group. Yes, we're trying to have fun and all that, and it's friends, okay? But in a business lens, it is purely unemotional. There is no emotion. The only thing that matters for your business is the bottom line, although it's just growth. The tree only grows when it gets nutrients. The tree does not really care about anything else except for staying alive and getting nutrients and growing. This is the root chakra. All right? Much love.